Hi everyone. What I'll walk you through today is a demonstration of QuickBooks Bridging Software solution. Bridging provides a quick and easy way for your spreadsheet clients or small businesses with complex VAT to comply with Making Tax Digital. Simply import VAT return calculations into QuickBooks and then submit to HMRC. It's as easy as that. So let's get started. In order to submit your client's MTD VAT returns on their behalf, there are a couple of steps to complete on the HMRC website first. You must set up a new Agent Services account, bring your MTD eligible clients over to that new Agent Services account, and then register your clients individually for MTD. All three of these steps happen outside of QuickBooks on the HMRC website. Some of these steps can take a bit of time, so we recommend that accountants set aside proper time to do so. Once those steps are completed, you are ready to complete your MTD filings through QuickBooks. You will start here in the QuickBooks Online Accountant dashboard, where you will connect HMRC to QuickBooks in a process called OAuth. You can see a tab which says Digital Tax is nearly here. When you hover over the tile, you can click Get Started. Note that if you do not see this tile, you can also complete this process by clicking on the gear icon and accessing your settings. Once you've clicked Get Started, we remind you that there are a few important steps to tick off your list first. You need to do these before starting the flow. The first, as I mentioned before, is setting up your Agent Services account. The next is to add your clients to your Agent Services account. Third is to create a list of eligible clients. And the fourth is to make sure that eligible clients have signed up to MTD. Once all steps have been completed and the boxes have been checked, you can continue to the next page by clicking Good to Go. Now we remind you that you're about to connect your firm to HMRC. There are 3 steps. First, they have to sign into HMRC. We remind you to use your new ASA credentials. The second is to set up security, where you'll be asked to set up multi-factor authentication. The third is to authorize QuickBooks. This allows HMRC and QuickBooks to share data with each other, which is necessary to do before the filing. Once you're comfortable with these 3 steps, you're ready to get started. Now we remind you that we'll bring you to the HMRC website. When you are ready, simply click Go for it. Then, sign in to HMRC. We now bring up the HMRC website. This is where you will type in your credentials, set up MFA, and do everything needed to allow QuickBooks and HMRC to interact with one another. HMRC is now asking for authority to interact with QuickBooks. You only have to do this once for all of your clients every 18 months. But don't worry, we'll remind you to re-establish the connection when the time comes. When you are ready, click Grant Authority. Now you've done that step, we say, nicely done. Now you're connected to HMRC. When this step has been completed, you can now set up MTD for your client. We select Choose a Client. Next, you go into your client's files to turn on MTD for the client and submit their return. Now that we are in the client file, we can click on the Taxes tab on the left navigation. As you can see in the top right, we say Get Ahead with MTD. Note that if you do not see this tile, you can also turn on MTD for the client in the VAT settings. When you are ready to set up MTD for your client, click Set Up Now. Confirm that you've signed up for MTD and click. We remind you to make sure your client is eligible. When you have confirmed client eligibility, you can check the box below and then continue. We are now doing some things in the background to set up MTD for your client within QuickBooks. We remind you not to close the browser. It takes a bit of time, but it shouldn't be too long. Now, everything has worked properly. We inform you that the VAT Center is open for business. Now we support MTD. Then click Let's Go. You'll know whether MTD is turned on properly or not by looking at this MTD enabled badge in the top left corner. Now we'll show you the bridging solution. When your client is ready to file, click on this arrow drop down next to Submit Return and then click Submit with a Spreadsheet. It's pretty simple and straightforward. We inform that you have to first bring in their spreadsheet data. All you have to do is upload the file containing the 9 boxes that make up their VAT return. What we have right here is more information about what digital record keeping means. This will link to a page that describes more about what is and what isn't allowed during the bridging filing process. We give you a preview of what's required. This will show a version of a template you could use or model after, but you do not have to. You can view your client's details on screen. Now, click Browse and then select the spreadsheet that you'd like to upload. This document has to be saved to your computer. I'm going to show you the Excel spreadsheet. As you can see, it has a few different tabs, and you should note that the figure for box 1 is in cell E7. Now, back in QuickBooks, you need to map your spreadsheet cells to the 9 boxes. First, select the sheet that contains your VAT return. If you have multiple tabs in the spreadsheet, make sure to select the one with the 9-box summary. You'll then map the first cell for box 1, and we'll do the rest for you. If the boxes below represent boxes 2 through 9, we'll automatically pre-populate them for you. But remember, we only upload the 9-box final figures to send to HMRC. As I've had all the boxes in order, QuickBooks automatically pre-populates the remaining numbers. I can compare my final figures to my spreadsheet. The amount of tax to pay on my spreadsheet is £1,147.52, which matches my figures in QuickBooks. You are only submitting the figures in boxes 1 through 9. Those are your final figures. No other information from the spreadsheet will be sent to HMRC. We don't submit the spreadsheet, the transactions, or anything else, just what's right here. Click here to declare that the information is true and complete. It's a requirement from HMRC to be MTD compliant. Then you click Submit. Wait while we connect to HMRC. There we go, it's been accepted. When you press Done, you can see the status as accepted. And that's it. Pretty simple and straightforward, right? If you have any questions, please visit our website or contact your local account manager. Happy filing!